Welcome to another bonus edition of Upon Further Review.
Upon further review,
And in this edition, we'll be talking about the Arizona Cardinals at the New York Giants. And this Week 2 matchup will be happening on September 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can catch that on your local Fox affiliates. So in this game, we've got the Giants and the Cardinals, who both were on Monday night last week. The Cardinals played a really tight game, which they won by 1 point over the San Diego Chargers, and the Giants were just utterly dominated by the Detroit Lions. As we can all remember from last year, the Giants got off to a really slow start. They were 0-6 to begin with. They played really good for the next few weeks. They actually were even in contention for a moment to make the playoffs. Amazing as that sounds, they almost were the first team ever to go 0-6 and then make the playoffs. But it was just too deep of a hole to overcome, even for Eli, who seems to work miracles when it's really, things are on the line. It's come down to the final moments in the wire. Somehow he pulls things out of nowhere. One thing he has trouble with is protecting the ball. And he had trouble protecting the ball on Monday night. He threw 2 interceptions. And the Cardinals are some ball hawks, as Gerard Powers proved on Monday night with that interception. The Cardinals have one of the best secondaries in all of football, second only to the Legion of Boom. And if you were to ask the Cardinals, they would say they are the best. It is an argument. Not an argument I'm going to have right now, but I'm just going to say that Cardinals secondary is strong, and they are going to shut down the Giants just like the Lions did. And the Cardinals should put up actually some big numbers in the air themselves, as Carson Palmer is very clutch. That's the thing, in that game right there, the defense kept them close, and in the end, when it counts, Carson Palmer has learned in his veteran years how to be clutch. And in the moments when it counts the most, Carson Palmer comes through time and time again, as he did last season, and he did last Monday night, as he led them on that game-winning drive, as they won by 1 point. So Carson Palmer, he protects the ball. He might not put up necessarily big numbers, but hey, what's this? He had 340 yards passing in that game. So they might not have had so many touchdowns, but wait, what's this? He had 2 touchdowns in that game, and no interceptions. Those are some really good numbers for Carson Palmer, even though they only scored the 18 points. And they need to get into the end zone, but they were going against a pretty good defense in San Diego as it was. And the Giants aren't going to give them the problems that they had against San Diego. Of course, it is going to be in New York, so that is an issue right there. The Giants do play tougher at home, and it's going to be kind of windy in New York, so it's not the comfortable confines they have there in Arizona, but they travel well. They're a tough team. And I'll tell you who was really quiet on Monday night was Larry Fitzgerald. So you really got to expect Fitzgerald to come out and have a big game in Week 2. Hey, you never know though, because Fitzgerald and Palmer struggled through the preseason to connect. I don't know why they seem to have lost that love and feeling. They are not connecting. And Fitzgerald only had just 22 yards off of 1 reception. So those are not Larry Fitzgerald numbers. But Michael Floyd came up big with 119 yards off of 5 catches. So Floyd seems to be the number 1 guy, but we'll see. And don't be surprised if Larry Fitzgerald does put up some numbers, and if the Cardinals do run up the score on the Giants, which is very possible. And I'll tell you too, their defense might score. Larry Foote had a huge game. They've got some injuries on defense, but not in that secondary. And I'll tell you, their backups, the guys who are playing, who are on the field, are more than capable. They're playing Arizona Cardinal defense. They're one of the toughest defenses last year. They look to be one of the toughest defenses this year. If Eli continues to struggle with protecting the ball, they're going to take full advantage, and they're going to win this game. Giants, just like Larry Fitzgerald was quiet, so was Victor Cruz. So we'll see. Is he going to have another quiet week where he only had 24 yards off of 2 receptions? Larry Donald was their leading receiver. he had a pretty good game, but even he only had 56 yards. So really, I mean, Eli had a horrible night, put up paltry numbers, 163 yards. I'll tell you, against Arizona, it ain't gonna get any easier. And this game right here has the potential to be a blowout, and you'll be hearing the boos from the New York Giants fans. Because Eli, really, the thing to watch in this game, how many interceptions he's gonna throw. He could throw 2, 3, maybe even 4. The Cardinals, how much will they run up the score? Really is a matter of are they going to get in the end zone? Are the Giants going to stop them? They couldn't stop the Lions. I don't think they're going to stop the Cardinals either. So in this game, I feel the Cardinals are going to win this one by double digits. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the show.